This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
You all have been married almost 38 years. You have a family together, and your relationship is in turmoil. Divorce attorneys have actually been contacted because of allegations of cheating. Ms. Daskoski, this is a lot, 38 years of marriage on the line. Tell me how you two met.
I met him when I was 12 years old.
Oh my.
Puppy love, first love of my life. He was gorgeous, everything about him. He was just everything I wanted. And we dated throughout junior high and high school, and then one day he happened to want a little more than I was willing to give up, and my girlfriend was, so he ended up with her.
Oh, no.
We moved on, and I got married.
I was young, dumb, and full of you-know-what.
Oh. All right, Mr. Daskoski, it started out, you see, she had me. She was dragging me in by the hook and then dropped me in the water. What?
I told you I was young, dumb, and full of some.
But you figured it out at some point.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I did. We figured it out later on.
But essentially, she wouldn't give up the cookie, so you went to another jar.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You got it.
That's a very artful way to phrase it.
Thank you, Mr. Cutler. Thank you.
You do good work.
I do good. Thank you.
How's you doing business?
All right, so tell me about how you all reconnected.
Well, I was in the Navy, came back from a deployment, and was at my mom's house and dating another girl. And she called and said, hey, I heard you're divorced. I said, yeah, I am. She said, you want to come over? I said, sure. So I told the other girl she had to take a hike. and
you are something else, Mr. Daskoski.
Well, I went over with her and stayed, so we've been there for going on almost 38 years.
So what was that first night like back together?
It was amazing.
She rocked my world.
All righty then. There you go.
It was a cookie worth waiting for.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
All right.
Well worth.
38 years of marriage. Why have you opened this case today, Mr. Daskoski?
Well, when I was home raising 3 children by myself while he was in the military, I tricked him when he came back home into admitting that he had cheated on me at one point. Oh. It broke my heart, you know, but I loved him enough that I was willing to stick in there.
How did you end up cheating?
I can explain that very easily.
Okay.
I don't know how many people in here ever been to Brazil.
No, but I've seen pictures.
But let me tell you, they got live sex shows. Oh. You go into a bar and you sit down and you watch, they pull out a mattress, a bed, lay it right there on the floor.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a moment. You shouldn't have been at no live sex show to begin with. Okay?
You know, you're right. I never should have been there, but I did. I went there. One thing led to another, and like I said, I was young and dumb.
So you weren't proud of it, but you did it, you confessed. You decided to forgive him for that. But then you start to see warning signs. What warning signs have you seen to make you think he's cheating now?
Well, I went on to an app on the computer to do a background check on somebody in the family. And on this app popped up suspected husband of cheating. And I had already paid for it, so I put his name in, and up popped this woman's name, linked right to him.
You've actually submitted that to the court, correct?
Yes.
It says you suspect your mate of cheating, and you put his name in. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And another woman's name and number comes up.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, not a number, another number. It was linked to a phone number that we used to have.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
an old phone number.
Yep.
Do you know this woman?
No, ma'am, none whatsoever.
But Mr. Daskoski, you believe he has cheated with this woman, and that's why the number came up linked to him.
Yes.
Well, it's interesting because about 2 or 3 months ago, on your Facebook page,
Nope.
this woman
not me.
came up.
I don't have a Facebook page, never had a Facebook page, never made a Facebook page.
We found this Facebook page with Jerry Daskoski.
Nope.
And
somebody else
a photo was posted of this woman She updated her cover photo and she posted this picture, and that photo that she posted was shared by Jerry Daskoski.
Not me.
What
She
is the
showed it to
likelihood
me
that-
one day, and I'm like, whoa, that's not mine.
Everybody
What is the
knows-
likelihood that a woman that has that is linked to you by phone number shares a picture that is shared by Jerry Daskoski and you don't know her?
Can't be, because I don't have a Facebook page. Never had one.
You don't have to. If
Number
she has
two,
one, you
Mr.
can route to other links.
You can't. No, you can't.
Yes,
Mr.
you can.
Daskoski, you don't look like you believe this.
I don't
at
believe
all.
a word of it.
You
Not a word
almost
of
look
it.
like you have some tears in your eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe a word of it.
Do you believe that this is further evidence of the connection that they have?
Oh, definitely.
Nope.
Definitely.
No way.
You did not know this woman.
I
That's
did
your
not-
testimony
no-
you're sticking to?
None whatsoever.
Mr. Daskoski,
Ooh. Oh. You just threw your ring at him.
You bet I did.
You are saying you're done.
Well, Your Honor, other things happened since then. Before, I watch your show every day. And so I said to him, well, why don't you put in for the show and then we'll really see. So at that time, I said, you've got the opportunity to tell me anything now. Why break up a 38-year marriage? I cheated when I was at sea with another woman too. And then I ended up kissing another woman.
so Mr. Daskoski, after all these years, you've been questioning his behavior.
No.
And after all these years of denying it, right before you come to this courtroom, he admits these things to you.
Yes, sir.
I was getting
Yes,
all
Your
the
Honor.
skeletons out of my closet. I wasn't coming on here like a dummy and lying. My face
but
my
why
face
did you
turned
lie
beet
all
red
these years to her? And
because I didn't want to hurt her any more than I'd seen the first time.
Please.
When the second time happened and I got back to the ship, there was a great big care box there for me she had sent, and it just flattened me. I mean, I broke down and cried. I did not go off the boat again.
No, you went to the next port with the next woman.
No,
Yes,
it
you
was
did.
the next port.
Yes.
And I
You
didn't
were
get off the
tore
boat
up over the
anymore.
first time, but you went to the
Okay,
next
tell me
one.
what happened.
No, I
the
wasn't
second
tore
time,
up
Mr.
over the
Daskoski.
first time as much as the second time.
What happened the second time, Mr. Daskoski? How did you get caught up with another woman?
It's the same way. I was a bad young boy.
And it's your testimony that those 2 times are the only 2 times that you have been unfaithful to your wife.
Absolutely, in 37, almost 38 years.
But, Your Honor, I got started getting emails from this person that he was connected to with saying, thank you for the fruit arrangement purchase you just bought. Or thank you for the flower arrangements I just got.
So what did you, tell me what
So
you got?
I'm confronting him and he's saying, oh, you're just electronically challenged. Well, if I was so electronically challenged.
So Mr.
how-
Daskoski, okay, what purchase?
From a fruit arrangement company.
So you got a receipt
Right.
and it said,
I
thank
didn't
you
get
for
the
your
fruit.
purchase for a
Yes.
fruit arrangement that you never got.
That I never
He didn't
got.
send one to you.
No.
So when you got these receipts, what did you confront him about it?
I sure did.
All right, Mr. Daskoski, how did you explain the fruit arrangement and the flower arrangement?
This one's easy. Like she said, electronically challenged.
Yeah.
Okay, but nobody gets a receipt from
She
those
got an
companies.
email, a typical advertisement email.
Company
She
doesn't say
clicked-
thank you for your purchase.
She clicked on the link. When she gets to the website, she clicks on the different arrangements and stuff up there. Once you click on one of those, it puts it in your cart. When you get it in your cart, what's it do? Check out now. And she thinks that's a receipt.
Oh, my God.
And Mr. Daskoski, you're saying you know a receipt when you see
number
one.
two,
I know a receipt when I see one, and I know the money when I know it. And I know I'm not one of these women that goes searching through their husband's
money-
phone
all the
or
money-
checking accounts. But
all
when
the
you get
money
something,
went, all the money went
purchased,
in the
you-
car.
You know what,
You're a
Mr.
liar.
Daskoski, when
No,
I
ma'am.
saw you throw your wedding band, it broke my heart.
Because
to
I
see a
believe
38-year marriage crumbling literally before our very
Over
eyes.
nothing.
over a 6-month period, not
Over
over nothing. You
Over
never,
nothing.
you never admitted
Never.
that the car that I put 50 grand in, you let another woman in and do a video so she could post it on a website.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute, hold up.
Are
Mr.
you going to
Daskoski,
deny that?
Ms. Daskoski, tell us about that.
He bought a race car. He bought a car. So I put $50,000 and made this car.
This is the car
That's
you bought?
the car
Yes.
you bought him?
4 months ago.
Wow.
That's a nice car.
Okay, and you said this is the car that he was giving a woman a ride in?
No, he told me she was a sponsor for a show that he had already told me he wanted to go to. So he says she asked if she could take a video in the car. So she got in the car, revved up the engine, took a video, and told him where she was going to post it. Why are you going to have another woman in that car when you're married to me for my children to see all over social media?
Mr. Daskoski, it sounds like these things just keep popping up.
Right, and then all of a sudden, to admit to it, when you had the opportunity, and I told you, he's always been good to me. So at first I thought, well, maybe somebody was trying to bait him or set him up or something. But then when I started getting the arrangements, and my birthday came along, and all these big, fantastic birthdays that I always had, didn't happen that year.
What happened with the birthday was, we went to a car show, and it ended up costing me more money at the car show
it cost you
than
more
I
money?
anticipated. So
Back
I
up,
didn't
Mr.
have enough
Daskoski.
money. No.
You didn't
I didn't
pay
have enough
for it.
money. For that
I
car
paid for
show,
it.
you didn't.
All right, Mr. Cutler, I think we have enough evidence. You say, Ms. Daskoski, that Mr. Daskoski recently admitted to cheating more than 30 years ago, but you've seen additional things. You have found a website, his phone number is linked to this woman.
Right.
And then we later find out that that woman posted a picture that a Jerry Daskoski shared. Then you also have these receipts for purchases that were made for flower arrangements and fruit arrangements that you didn't make.
Right.
And for those reasons, you believe that Mr. Daskoski is in fact cheating.
Yes.
And that
This stuff keeps just coming out.
I love him. I don't want the marriage to
I
end.
didn't want to hurt her again.
Well,
But you continued to do it with the car 4 months ago. So if you didn't want to hurt me, why did you keep on hurting me?
That was a chance I thought I'd get
A
where
car
I didn't have
that
to pay
I
for
put
that,
all the money into
for that
you.
event.
Mr. Daskoski, if you find out today that he's cheating, your 38-year marriage is over?
I want to know that I don't have to worry every day that he goes out. Is he with this woman?
Well, to get to the bottom of this, to get to the root and heart of these cheating allegations, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to hear from licensed and certified polygraph examiner Kendall Scholl to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please report Mr. Scholl in.
Kendall Scholl.
Good day, Mr. Schill.
Good
How are
day,
you?
Your Honor. Fine. How are you?
I'm good. You did a polygraph examination of Mr. Daskoski, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. I'm looking at the Daskoskis, and Mr. Daskoski, you look nervous, and you are gripping this thing.
I ain't nervous.
Are you nervous about these results?
Yes.
Why are you nervous, and how are you feeling?
Because if you've done it and kept it from me all this time, and you did it 4 months ago, something to hurt me, why am I to believe that you're not going to continue or you're not still doing it?
Let's go to the results then. Mr. Daskoski was asked, did you have sexual intercourse with the woman your wife found linked to you on the background check website?
Heck no.
What was his response?
His answer was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Of course it's going to be truthful. You admitted to it all just before the show.
Not that woman. Don't know her.
All right, we still have another question. Mr. Daskoski was asked, during your marriage, besides the 2 times your wife knows about, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Mr. Daskoski, do you want your wedding ring back?
Yes.
All right.
And you put it in there.
But, Your Honor, I want him to know, even though he's passed this lie detector test, at any time I might request another one.
You're on notice, Mr. Daskoski. You clearly love each other. You have this beautiful story of being childhood sweethearts, essentially. And that awesome car. You all need to be in that car, tootling all over America, having a ball at this point.
If there's another woman in that car, he's out the door.
No, it shouldn't be any other women in that car but you.
Treat your wife like the queen she is
That's it.
and stay out of Brazil.
Your plans to get married, Mr. Minero, are on hold until you find out whether or not Miss Samsonoff is cheating or not. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Tell us why you've opened this case.
Your Honors, this is difficult for me today.
Okay.
Because I love Sonia. I loved her since I first saw her. I love her today. I want to have a beautiful kid with her. I want to be married with her. I want to laugh until we die.
Wow. I can tell this is tearing you up.
But I'll tell you, Your Honors, what? If I find out today for certain that she's still lying and cheating, I will no longer be in this relationship.
So you can't take it anymore.
I can't hurt myself like this anymore. I'm in pain all the time.
What do those tears in your eyes represent?
The future I want to have with her.
And to know that it's potentially at risk is destroying you, isn't it?
That's correct.
So you're like, either she's in or I'm out.
She's either got to be with the program or I got to find a new playing field.
Okay.
Miss Samsonoff,
Yes.
this man who has professed his love for you, who wants to be with you for the rest of his life, is accusing you of cheating.
Yes.
What do you have to say about these allegations?
I love Albert. He's funny. He makes me feel good about myself. My whole family loves him. We have the same taste in music. However, every single time I am with this man, he says, "Who'd you sleep with? Let me go through your phone. Let me go through your DMs. I don't trust you." And I'm like, well, why would you want to marry someone you don't trust?
Wow. Do you think, Ms. Samsonoff, part of this may be the 10-year age difference between you? That this trust is part of that? Is that part of it?
But he's never trusted me, though. Ever since we've gotten together, he has constantly accused me, going through my Instagram messages, leaving messages to my friends and stuff. I mean,
Because you're wrong and you know you're wrong. That's why.
I'm not wrong.
So you say ever since you all met, he's been doing that?
Yes.
How did you all meet?
Okay. We met at a family members of mine at a party, and we really hit it off. But my family member let me know from the start that she was trouble, that she lies, that this is one of her
I
good
lie?
friends, that you lie and you cheat. That's what she said.
That I lie and I cheat,
Yeah,
huh?
that's
wow.
exactly what she said.
Why would you ever want to be with someone that does that?
Because I like to give people chances. I like to believe there's something else than what I hear. I like to see for myself.
But
So you heard this, but then you're like, well, you know, I'm going to judge for myself.
That's right.
So you gave her a fair shot.
I've
3
been given
years.
fair shots.
All right, so when you got together, how was it in the beginning?
It was wonderful. I was so happy. I had such a, every time I would be around her, I would just be laughing.
Look at the smile on his face.
Yeah, I see that. I mean,
It is very
it's
clear.
okay to smile. It's okay to smile.
And be happy about the memory.
Yeah.
Ms. Samsonoff, what was it like for you?
It was wonderful. I loved to cuddle with him. We would talk about everything about life, the future. But then all of a sudden, the passion kind of sizzled out, and the sex wasn't as good as it was before.
Yep, let everyone
And why do you
know.
think that happened?
Let
Why
everyone
Because
know.
he's just started to accuse me, and he just stopped wanting to, get intimate with me. And then it was me practically begging him.
Because I don't want to be intimate. I don't want to be intimate with 5 different people I don't know.
Ms. Samsonoff, you said that the sex just kind of declined because why?
Because he's constantly accusing me of cheating. I have to practically beg him to get intimate with me, and he's like, "Nope, sorry, I don't know where you've been."
And so do you think these allegations came out of the blue?
I mean, one day I told him I was gonna be running like 10 minutes behind. No kidding, I get out of the Uber, meet with him. We get inside my room, I lay down, I'm on my phone, just like playing a game. He spreads open my legs, and I think, oh, we're gonna get intimate, and instead he goes, that's not mine, and then slams my legs together.
Okay,
I thought we were gonna have fun, but instead he goes, that's not mine.
He sniffed you?
Yes.
Oh,
He sniffed me.
Ryan, we got a sniffer. We got a sniffer.
Okay, there's.
But Mr. Minero, well, what I want to know is, these allegations came out of the blue that she was cheating? I mean,
Out of the blue, there's blue everywhere. It didn't come from out of the blue, okay?
has she cheated on you in the
She
past?
had a baby in between our relationship with another man.
Because
How's
you
that
broke
sound?
up with me.
A baby
Oh.
with another man.
So during the course
broke
of
up
this
with me.
relationship, there's been another man.
Yes,
And so is that the source of the trust being broken?
absolutely.
Well, during the time you've been together, was there any cheating in the past?
Okay, she went on a business trip to Vermont, okay? Business trip.
Oh my God.
Oh, just chill. She went on a business trip. And so she gets back and she says, I say, what'd you do? You have a good time? Oh yeah, it was cool. The end. She never gone on a business trip. She gone for 3 days to Vermont. She never been to Vermont, okay? So that night she goes to sleep. Usually her phone is like the baby inside. You can't get to it. Like you can't get to this phone no matter what. But she was tired from the flight, whatever, her phone was out. And I looked at her phone and I saw a picture with her with somebody else.
When you say it's with somebody else, just like a picture, a candid photo, or what?
I've got evidence right here.
All right,
Okay.
Ryan.
What?
Would
Are you
you grab that for us,
serious?
please?
You know what this is.
So she goes on.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
And so
What's
when you-
everybody want to
I
say now?
had to
What's everybody want to say
experiment.
now?
I didn't think it was cheating because it was with another woman.
You don't think anything's cheating. It doesn't matter who it's with.
Hey, you know what? I had to experiment.
So, Miss
okay?
Samsonoff, this is you with another woman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you hear that? She said she had to experiment like she's a scientist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, Miss Samsonoff, why did you not consider it cheating?
Because it's a woman, and I never got friendly with a woman before, and she was very sweet to me. He was not getting intimate with me anymore, and I'm on a business trip with a gorgeous woman. Why not? Why not have fun? I didn't even think he'd find out, but he did.
So it is cheating. So it is cheating. You're with another person sexually, whether it's a man or a woman. You're with somebody else sexually. That's cheating,
I
right?
thought it would turn him on, though.
She says she
No, don't,
No,
Miss
no.
She
Samsonoff.
says she was nice to her. The mailman's nice to you. You gonna sleep in bed with a mailman? That's her reasoning.
Oh, my God.
Miss Samsonoff, you knew, let's woman to woman, you knew that it was something amiss. Because here's the thing, if you thought it was gonna make him hot, you'd be like, I got something to show you, baby. And you'd have said, let me show you what I did this weekend. And you'd have showed her this picture.
Instead, she
You're
comes
like-
home. How was your trip to Vermont?
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, how was Vermont?
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah.
Your Honor, let me ask
Exactly.
you a question if I may. Who took that picture? Their toes?
Yeah, you know what? I was,
That was my question. I wondered that. Who took
that
the picture? So there was at least one other person there.
It was
Who's
a little,
we? Who took that picture?
Well, if you'd let me explain.
Go ahead.
We were
ahead,
at a
lie.
hotel room. There's some people from work. We're having some drinks. There was more than one person. Doesn't mean I had sex with every
There's
person.
more than one
in the
person looking at that?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't think my toes can take a selfie.
They can't. That's why I want to know who the hell is there.
So just because someone takes a picture of me and a woman, getting close, you think I had sex with him?
I'm almost absolutely certain you did.
Whatever.
So, Mr. Minero, do you believe she had sex with a man on this trip?
Yes.
so you think it was this woman and some other man?
And some other men.
Men. You
Who
think
knows?
it's
Look
more
at
than
that
one?
picture. What does that tell you about somebody
Why
that just doesn't
would
know
you
anybody
be with
and does
someone
that?
If you feel this way, as his girlfriend, as someone who has spoken to my family about marrying me, why would you not trust me? Why couldn't he just ask? Or
You are really asking the question, why would he not trust you?
Why
The
would he
proof
be
is right
with
there.
me?
Okay, I can answer that question, by the way. Let me give you guys, your honors, the answer. When we first met, she was on some military dating site. She swore off all dating sites, okay? Another time she was passed out, I saw she still had the military app on her phone.
I like eye candy.
Just stop talking for a second.
And so you thought that she had gotten rid of the military app, and you find that she's still on there.
Not only is she still on there, but I created a fake profile, some big old army dude, and then all of a sudden she starts hollering, "Hey baby, hey boo, what's up?" Like she was free. Like she was free. Like she...
Why would
And you actually submitted her dating profile to the court, correct?
Yes, that's
What?
correct.
Are you serious, Albert?
All right, let's take a look
You
at
got
that,
nothing to
what
say
you
that's
submitted.
anything.
Whatever. Oh my God.
Let's take a look at what you
Oh,
submitted.
here we go. Good.
All right, hello. And it has Ms. Samsonoff's screen name there.
Look at that picture. That's
5
Hey,
messages.
that's a nice photo of me.
Right. And then next we have Ms. Samsonoff saying, "I'm looking for a man who can take care of me and enjoy the finer things in life." This is what you posted on your
Yes.
dating profile.
Absolutely.
While you're in a relationship with Mr. Minero.
Yes.
Okay, you did that. Why?
Because he is not providing what I need in a man. He stopped taking me out on dates. He used to take me to Disneyland almost every week. He stopped doing that.
whatever, man.
Ms. Samsonoff, that's not is that a reason? Am I missing something? Is that a
You know what, husband?
Help me out here,
I'm
cuz.
trying to understand. Miss Samsonoff, here's the thing. If you're in a long-term relationship, you have to work on that relationship. The energy you're putting in to meeting other men and flirting with other men on this website is the same energy you could put into him.
True.
And here's the thing. Let's just do a reversal. He's gone to sleep. His phone is open. He's been gone on a business trip. And you found a picture of him with a woman.
But the thing is that he constantly says that he doesn't trust me. He's literally pushing me into
But
the
Ms.
arms of someone else.
Samsonoff, how in the world can he trust you when you're on dating sites saying, "I'm looking for a man who can take care of me and enjoy the finer things in life"?
And you stand here and testify and say, he's not being the man I need.
So, did you hook up with any of these men?
No.
Yeah, right.
No, I did not. I did not meet with anyone that I was speaking to on that website, Your Honor.
Have you met any men that... Have you met with men that you didn't meet on this website?
No, Your Honor.
Well,
That picture said all. The
All right.
profile says it all. She ain't got to say nothing else.
All right, so Mr. Cutler, I think we got enough.
we've heard it.
We've heard plenty.
We've heard it.
So, we have the picture. She admitted sleeping with a woman. Well, the question is, did she sleep with another man or men? Then you got caught on the dating sites where she's putting out there, I'm looking for somebody. And so all of that has led Mr. Minero to believe that Ms. Samsonoff is cheating.
To get to the bottom of these cheating allegations, this court has done a full and complete investigation.
Good.
At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is she cheating? Ron, please escort Ms. Cisco into the courtroom. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former Department of Defense certified military interrogator. I've interrogated members of Al Qaeda and Taliban at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, shortly after 9/11.
All right. Tell us what you did to investigate this case.
First, I had the accused write a witness statement, which I analyzed for any indicators of deception and truthfulness. I studied the case file, I put together an interrogation plan, and then I interrogated Ms. Samsonoff to see if she was cheating on Mr. Minero.
When you conducted the full interrogation, what were your initial findings about Ms. Samsonoff's feelings about Mr. Minero?
When I asked Ms. Samsonoff how she felt about Mr. Minero, she said he's sweet, he's kind, he's ambitious.
Okay.
What's wrong
Did
with
she-
any of that?
No criticism. Did she disclose anything else about her relationship with Mr. Minero?
Yes, Your Honor, she did. When I asked her if she loved Mr. Minero, she replied to me, I believe so, which is not a yes.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Pertaining to Mr. Minero's accusations, what did you learn during your investigation?
Ms. Samsonoff broke for me. So she told me about the accusations and what she's done. She did admit to me that she went to Vermont and she had some relations with this woman, but that there was a man involved. She told me that she went on a military dating site because the military men were very hot. She also told me that she was with another man the time that she arrived late at the house.
And what did your overall investigation conclude?
So as a person who's conducted hundreds of interrogations, I do believe she's still cheating. She does not want to be in a committed relationship, but she does want to remain best friends.
Thank you, Ms. Cisco.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Minero, what do you have to say to Ms. Samsonoff?
I loved you. I was there for you when you were down, when nobody cared about you. And you came and accept real love. And you know what? You're never gonna find it, and you're never gonna get it. Without me, you're gonna be lost.
That's a very broad statement.
It's a fact.
No, it's not. It's not a fact, Albert. We lost the passion, okay? I need passion in a relationship.
Well, go get passion from the girl in Vermont then.
I think I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Miss Samsonoff, if you don't want to be in a committed relationship, don't. It's okay. It's okay to be single and mingle if that's what you want to do, because you can see what this does to someone else.
I don't want to hurt him, though.
But I think we're past that point. I mean, way past that point.
And not only have you hurt him in this relationship, you've hurt him for any future relationship that he's going to be in, because you have scarred this man possibly for life. And I want you to know that.
I know that. I'm sorry, Albert.
You all have been together for 3 years. You both want to get married, but your wedding plans are on hold, possibly forever, because of cheating allegations. Tell me why you're here, Miss Burkhart.
I've been with this man for 3 years. I have given him my heart, my soul. I have opened up every aspect of my life to him, and he treats it like it's all just one big joke.
What are you doing to make you think that he's cheating? What is happening? Oh. Have I asked the magic question?
I have every spy device possible.
Okay. Tell me about
I have
this.
GPS on his car. I had for a year I had to where he could record background noise. I could read his text messages. I could even hear his phone calls.
So you are out there playing I Spy.
Yeah, I have to. I'm like a certified detective now. Just I haven't been to school for it.
And you.
Okay, Mr. Williams, how does this make you feel that the love of your life is like, she got her eye on you and about 10 other eyes?
In the beginning, it's cool. I understand. You know, I've done stuff. I understand everything she's doing. But now that time goes on, it's just like craziness. I mean, I just can't handle it no more. I mean, it's,
So you're
I'm telling
saying-
the truth, which, you know, whatever comes out of my mouth is going to look like a lie anyway, because I already lied in the beginning. So no matter what I say, it's just going to be a lie.
So you're saying because you've broken the trust,
Right.
there is no trust.
I screwed this whole thing up. You know what I mean?
I love.
But in the beginning, when she first put these
You know,
out
most people screw up at the end. I wanted to screw up in the beginning, so the end would get, you know.
Okay, well, you keep talking about this broken trust. What did you do at the beginning?
You know, I mean, she knew I had a girlfriend. She's the one who, she knew I had a girlfriend. I meant, but I didn't know if, is this one right?
They
Wait a
were
minute,
broke up,
hold
he
up.
said.
You said you had a girlfriend when you had a girlfriend?
Right,
So it was a triangle.
right, triangle.
So, Ms. Burkhart, this is in the beginning of your
This
relationship?
is the beginning, yes.
How long were you all together when this?
Probably a month.
Oh my God, but you know what? Beyond that point of that 8 months on, honestly, I have never cheated.
Okay, so Ms. Burkhart, he is saying I screwed up at the beginning.
Right.
Right.
But I've been right ever since.
You damn right.
All right.
Darn right.
I've been certified by Mr. Williams. Okay, so what is it that makes you think he's cheating now?
Well, first we have the babysitter after we've been together for a year, his babysitter.
Tell me about that.
She tried to call his phone and I asked who it was and he said it was the babysitter. Well, it's also one of his ex-girlfriends.
Okay, hold on. So where were you all? Where were you? Were at home, in a car? Where were you?
I was at home, and he was, I think, maybe at work that day.
Okay, so
and
what
I
happened?
messaged her, and I said, quit calling my man.
Hold on.
Wait.
You were home and he was at work.
Because remember, at this time, his phone's tapped and everything, so I see everything that he sees.
Okay, all right.
So I didn't see it on his phone. I saw it on my stuff.
There it is.
About his phone.
That's what I was confused about.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Right.
So now tell me what happened.
So I said, whose number is this? And he's like, first he tried to say it was a guy, but I'm friends with that guy too, and he doesn't have that phone number. So I said,
Rookie mistake.
right. And then he said, oh, that's my babysitter. Okay. So I said, well, why is she calling you at 3 in the morning when she's not even with your kids?
Because the good ones do that.
Right. All the time people do that. So I messaged her and I said, stop calling my man or I'm going to show up at your doorstep.
And she said,
okay, Miss Thing, let me just tell you what your man's really doing. He's texting me and calling me every single day, telling me how beautiful I am and how much of a beep you are.
Okay, but wait a minute. Don't you have a device on the phone? Wouldn't you see those messages to him? To her?
No, he was messaging from his friend's phone.
Oh, and you hadn't been able to get a hold of the friend's phone.
Right.
Mr. Williams, question number 1. Why is the babysitter calling you at 3 in the morning?
This whole thing was just it was just a messed up thing. And I told the chick I don't want nothing to do with it no more. Then that's when she decides to call and say, hey, you know what your boyfriend's been doing? La, 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 la. Like I was just like...
Well, you kind of glossed over that a little bit. I don't want
I was going to say, Mr. Tyler, you going to let him do that?
That was real smooth how he tried to do that.
Yeah. Ask the question.
Why is the babysitter calling you at 3 in the morning?
To get together.
Okay, let me ask a different question.
Wait, he answered it. To get together.
Right.
To get together with you.
Yeah, to borrow some money.
To get together with you to
borrow
do
some
something.
money or whatever.
Well, it's the whatever.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that's the... Mr. Williams.
I never slept with her. I mean, when I was going out with her, I never slept with her. It was a kiss. She knew about it. That's all.
All right.
Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear what he said?
That they kissed?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You gonna ask him about that?
You can ask him.
No, you go ahead.
You can ask.
Why are you kissing the babysitter?
She was an ex. I'm telling you, 2016, I didn't take her serious. I didn't take nothing serious. I was a cheater.
We've been together for a year at this point.
So you're saying, but that's the only time.
Yeah, let me put something straight.
All right.
I did what I did.
Yeah.
I did what I did, okay? I've done what I done in 2016. But beyond this point, there's nothing. I have learned to love.
Liar.
I learned to cherish what she had.
There's the liar.
I could never ask for a better woman in my life. God put, really, hands down.
So you're doing all this stuff, which is very innovative. Yeah. You're doing all this stuff. Have you seen anything?
Oh, yeah.
That you think he's cheating?
Yeah, his new thing is he likes to get on dating apps. In fact, I actually have a picture of a screenshot of one of his sites.
Ron, would you get that, please?
Yes, Sean.
This is a different one.
And you know this?
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
This is one of the dating
profile.
sites and his name and what he says on there as about himself.
Fun one-night stand. About Tommy. One-night stands are good love, having fun, eating blank like a champ. Live like it's your last.
Wants to date, but nothing serious.
But he doesn't think about anybody else.
So, Mr. Williams.
Did you put this out here in the world?
Yep.
While you were with Ms. Burkhart?
No, I was kicked out at the time.
No.
Why were you kicked out?
I get kicked out all the time for lying.
Yeah.
So why were you...
this doesn't make sense, but it does in my head.
All right, so you lie about things, that's why you constantly get kicked out, is that...
Right, I lie about going to the boat, gambling. I lie about a lot of stuff.
Are you being facetious or are you being real?
He's being real.
I'm being real.
Okay, all right.
I don't lie. I'm telling you the absolute truth. I just want to get to the bottom of this. I have cheated in the beginning.
He just said he don't lie.
But anymore.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Your testimony is, I'm a liar. Yes or no?
I have lied.
I know I just said yes or no. Did I not just say yes or no?
Yes, I am a liar. Yes.
Okay, and so she doesn't trust you at all.
Right. No trust at all. I don't blame her.
Now,
Okay.
all right, so now my question is, when you get kicked out for lying, do you go out and make profiles?
I do not talk to no other females. I'm telling you this right now. I don't. You might look at the dating sites. All this might look to a judge and jury. I'm guilty as hell, but I'm not. Okay, I am not.
All right,
I am faithful to her. I know it sounds crazy, but I am. Ever since that kiss, I'm beyond. I have not talked to no female, have not even mentioned no female. I might get on the dating sites and go on and blah, 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 but I don't talk to nobody.
Except for the girl in
I still don't talk to nobody.
Okay,
So,
tell me about it. Tell me about this.
Well, he was getting messages on his phone, so I texted this girl this number from my phone and said, quit texting my man.
Oh, please show the picture.
You submitted those
Oh,
texts.
please show the picture.
I did.
Okay.
Please show the picture.
So
Show the
she
picture.
says, here's that pics I told you I was sending.
And Ms. Burkhart, you responded, you're ugly.
Yeah.
And she says, I was chatting with a guy on there. I guess he gave me the wrong number.
And then you say, quit texting my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, show the woman, please.
And then it says, she says, sorry, babe, can't speak.
Keep sending my man pics, and I'm going to rip your blanket hair out.
Yeah.
Okay, so did she respond to this?
She did.
Oh, what did she do?
She sent me this.
Ron, would you get that?
Your Honor.
Whatever it is.
Thank you, ma'am.
And are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Which she also sent to his phone as well.
But are you serious? Look at me,
Wow.
Your Honor, look at me. Really?
And so this is
I
what.
have a $9 hour job.
Hold on.
Are you serious? I'm sorry. It's crazy. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Right.
I'm not in
Mr.
Hollywood.
So, Mr. Williams, you're saying you're not having conversations with these folks. Why is she sending you a picture?
I really honestly don't know. I mean,
How'd she get his phone number?
really?
See how his life is? See how he's living?
Uh-huh.
He's got it like that.
Uh-huh.
Some men got it like that. I mean, some of us got to work. You know, some men it just falls in their
What
lap.
you working on?
I'm working on you.
I mean,
I spend all my time working on you.
All right, Mr. Cutler.
I think we got enough. I think.
Do you?
Yeah, I think because, I mean, it's going back and forth. I hear what's going on. You know, he says, yes, he's cheated in the past and he's made some mistakes, but not since 2017 has he been involved with anybody else. He's been faithful to her. Ms. Burkhart doesn't believe it. She doesn't buy it.
I understand.
If he's lying, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why at this time the court would like to call interrogator Lena Cisco and licensed polygraph examiner Kendall Schul to determine, is he cheating? Ron, would you escort them in? We conducted an interrogation as well as a polygraph examination to get to the answers today. So we have Ms. Cisco and Mr. Schul here. Ms. Cisco, what did you do to determine about Mr. Williams' dealings with the babysitter?
I asked him about the relationship. He told me that he gave her money and that she kissed him. And then he made the comment, if I'm gonna be giving someone something, why not get something in return? And so then I asked him specifically if he was having sex with her, and he responded no, and as he said this, he showed disgust on his face, which to me appeared to be a truthful response.
Aha. And so, Mr. Schul, you asked Mr. Williams, since being in a relationship with Miss Burkhart, have you had sexual intercourse with your babysitter? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Ms. Cisco, in your investigation, what did you determine about Mr. Williams having sexual contact with any other women that Ms. Burkhart doesn't know about?
He started telling me a story which was on a part of their separation when he got kicked out of the house for a 3-week period of time. And
3 weeks?
his co-worker had introduced him to a female.
Oh,
And as he was telling me this story, he leaned back in his chair and he put his hands behind his head, which is a classic body language position for confidence and satisfaction.
So when was this?
Hold on, Ms. Burkhart. And so, Mr. Shule, you asked Mr. Williams, other than the 2 women Ms. Burkhart knows about, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Ms. Burkhart? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, now you mentioned that you have lied. Now's the time to come clean.
I wasn't with nobody. That's the problem. I mean, I was introduced to somebody, but I didn't go no further.
Well,
than
but
that.
you've had sexual contact with somebody.
No, I have not. Never have.
Okay, so this person you were introduced to, tell me about that. You just met on the phone, you met in person?
Yeah. Went for.
Which one?
We went. Matter of fact, we went to the boat that night, but.
So you met and you went gambling with her?
Right, but it just.
Did you go to bed with her?
No.
Did you kiss her?
No.
Did you fondle her?
No.
Did you touch her in any
No,
way?
I didn't even lie. I wasn't even interested.
Okay, you know what? He's not gonna tell the truth.
Right.
Hey, it's over.
It is over.
Mr. Shield, did he admit anything to you?
He did, Your Honor.
Tell me about that.
He admitted to me during the polygraph that during a breakup that happened about 1.5 years ago, that he did have sex with other women.
Other women, plural.
Yes.
Ms. Burkhart, you know, to be honest with you, I don't think you needed to come here to know the truth. You've known. You've known
But
in your heart.
I had to, because when he leaves, he tells me that I'm wrong, you know, and I start thinking that I'm wrong and I don't know for sure. And so this was the only way that I can make him leave and know for sure.
Okay, but let me just say this to you. He has told you exactly who he is. And people will tell you exactly who they are. And the problem is, so many times we're like, well, I don't want to believe that. He has said, I am a liar. There can be no trust there.